Hi everyone, Noah Cohen from One Alone here. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'll be talking about offset accounts, namely what they are and why you'd want to have one associated with your loan. Let me start by saying I'm a big fan of offset accounts. I've always made sure to have one with various investment property loans that I've had over the years. So to begin with, let's have a look at what an offset account actually is. It's basically a separate savings account that sits alongside your loan account, and you're only charged interest on the difference between the balances of the loan and the offset accounts. So for example, if you have a $500,000 loan and $100,000 sitting in your offset account, then you'd only be charged interest on $400,000. So far this is sounding pretty much the same as just putting extra money towards repaying your loan. So again, with the same example, if you've got a $500,000 loan and you just repay $100,000, then again, you're only paying interest on the outstanding $400,000. Most loan accounts do allow for what's called redraw, where you can take out any extra money that you've paid into the loan that's over and above the minimum repayments. So you're basically in the same position as with the offset account. However, the flexibility of an offset account is where the benefit comes into play. The big differences between having an offset account versus just repaying the loan include a number of factors. First of all, easy access to the money in the offset account is one of the key benefits. Most offset accounts are fully transactional savings accounts. Many can be linked to credit cards for automatic repayments. They have BPay access. They offer online banking to pay bills and transfer funds when needed. And some even come with ATM and debit cards. In terms of money coming in, it's easy to have your income from investments or salary directed straight into an offset account. Alternatively, redraw available in a loan account often has minimum withdrawal requirements. There may be withdrawal fees, and generally it isn't fully featured in terms of fund transfers. Another benefit is from a mental perspective, which then can lead to additional financial benefits. Even if you knew you had the option to pull the money out again, would you put all of your savings directly into your loan account? Or would you still want to have some money in a separate rainy day account? The answer to that will differ from person to person, but for me, I would certainly want the separate account. On the other hand, an offset account feels like any other savings account. You can literally put every spare dollar you have into this account, and it feels the same as putting the money into any other savings account that you've had before you took out the loan. Every dollar you're adding to the offset account is saving you interest on your loan. When an offset account is paired with a loan that you're using for investment purposes, you've also got tax consequences to take into consideration. Generally speaking, you might find that if you put money into an investment loan to reduce the interest that you're paying, you could potentially lose the tax deductibility if you wanted to pull that money out again. With an offset account, you aren't actually making extra repayments into the loan itself. You've got a separate offset account, so you retain the ability to withdraw those funds in the future without affecting your tax deductions. Now, on this point, and if you've got any queries relating to taxes and tax deductibility of interest on a loan, those questions are best directed to an accountant who can provide you with a definitive answer. With all this said, there are definitely times when it makes sense not to have an offset account. First of all, they're usually only available with variable interest rate loans, although that said, there have been a number of lenders coming out with 100% offset accounts with their fixed interest loans. So that's actually an option that's now available, even if you are looking to lock in your interest rate for a period of time. Offset accounts are a benefit of the more fully featured loans, and sometimes, although again not always, this can mean a higher interest rate or higher ongoing fees. Something to watch out for at the moment is that there are a lot of ads in the market that show quite low interest rates, but they are for very basic loan products, which often don't offer access to an offset account and a number of other features. Another example of when you might opt to go with a loan without an offset account would be if you already have a home loan that has an offset account, and now you're looking to borrow to buy an additional property as an investment. In that sort of situation, you may want to have an absolutely plain vanilla interest-only loan for the investment property, put the bare minimum towards the investment loan, and any extra money that you have would be sent off to the offset account that you already have for your home loan. Additionally, if you're someone who spends everything they have that's sitting in their bank account, or you just don't want the temptation of seeing the money sitting in a separate account, then the reduced flexibility of a redraw facility versus an offset account might actually be the way to go for you. Ultimately, it's up to each person to decide what features are important to them, and then do the research to find the right product. If you talk with a mortgage broker, they can discuss with you what your priorities are, answer your questions, and then they can be the ones that go off and do the research for you to find the product that works. The great thing about this is that it usually won't cost you a thing. Brokers generally have a large panel of lenders to choose from, and then they're paid by whichever lender you ultimately end up deciding to go with. If you'd like to get in touch to discuss offset accounts or anything lending related, then please feel free to call or email. All of my contact details are up on the screen now, and I look forward to talking with you soon. All the best, and thanks for listening.